Now if you try to do one, I'ma do two.
Whoa.
And if you try to do three, I'ma do four. Maybe even more. I go by the name of P.O.L.O.
Yeah.
I'm in the video right there. So as you can see, as you can hear, I don't know. What do they call that thing where they put out what is it called? B, it's called where they dispatch, right? It's called BB hold up, I'm gonna find it. My phone about to die too. I'm about to find it. What is it called? Anywho, John the Dom, DNA versus Footz, Saflare Soul. This was a body bag. This was, well, first of all, let me say this. Saflare Soul in the face-off called John the Don, the legend. He called him somebody who's not a legend. Like, that shit right there is just disrespectful in itself. Like, for a motherfucker like Saflare Soul to call Johnny not a legend, that's kind of crazy. This battle was over from the very beginning. In the first round, I thought Johnny and them boys was mad light. I'm like, man, I think Saflare Soul and them about to get crazy on them. Because I heard Saflare and Soul, we seen two battles of them boys getting crazy together. And I'm like, if John and them gonna be rapping like this all night, it ain't gonna be nothing they can do with them two new up-and-comers. Because they got the energy, they got the bars, they got all of that shit, the stage presence and the performance. So I'm like, I don't know about this. Light cheese in the first round by John. I thought they was, you know what, they may have been filling it out, right? They call that the fill-out round. Saflare and them go, and I'm like, damn, but this is light. So I'm like, damn, all right. I'm edging Johnny and them in the first. Just off, you know, conviction alone. Like, they showed why these motherfuckers are the PG killers. Very experienced, and they put that shit together. Second round come around, I'm like, all right, let me see what John and them take it to, because that first round, I'm like, that shit is light. If they coming like that, this battle gonna be ass, and the whole entire battle rap community is gonna flame these niggas, because they was talking heavy, as if these boys couldn't do nothing with them, and boy, was I in for a motherfucking show. Here's where it got black. I don't even want to say dark. And this round was dummy long, because them boys got into that bag where they was dismantling these niggas. They pulled out the fake paperwork, fake contract, and talking about, you know, this, that, and the third, how Kales and P, and just how they had these boys on the string and couldn't do nothing but what they say as managers and motherfucking league owners, man. They was talking to these boys so for real. John went, DNA went. They in sync, they in and out of pockets, crazy rhyme schemes, rhyme sequences. It was at one point in this round, them boys had a whole scheme, bruh, about the shoe shit, the rhyme scheme about the shoe stores. And I said, come on, man. This battle is over. I'm not gonna lie. And Saflare Soul in them, I'm like, there's nothing they gonna be able to do with this. Because here's where I felt like John and them should have been within that first round. They took it up to a whole nother level in that second round. And that's why I felt like, okay, they must have just been filling out the crowd, the stage, and all of that shit in the first, because that shit was light compared to their second round. Second round, them boys levitated and took it to a whole nother galaxy. They tried to put these boys in the dirt, and I felt as though they did that in the second round. It was nothing they was gonna be able to do. I'm telling you that right now. But Saflare Soul and them boys, they combat the argument, but it just wasn't enough. And they was fighting. They was in there. This is probably, I want to say this was their best round, and still lost clear. They lost the round clear, and that was their best round, because them boys was putting that shit together in the second. I thought they punches landed more effectively. I thought they pace and their timing was a lot better. And I thought they you know, the performance was, it wasn't overdid within that round. Because, you know, a lot of these niggas, man, they be overdoing it with the performance. And the bars don't even be matching up. But I thought they was, you know, they was right there in that pocket they needed to be in that second round. But DNA and them boys, it was nothing they can do. Them boys went upstairs, dog. They was upstairs. And then the third round, it was the closing show. It was the closing show. DNA and them boys, again, right back where they left off. Right back where they left off, with round 2 being the best round of the battle. Round 3 being, just up under that in terms of like the performance and wittiness throughout the round. And then the third round, the first round was they lightest round. The third round, it was the closing. It was like they literally closed the cast. I guess this is over. It was over. They took the steam out the room. They had Smack up there going crazy. They intertwining with the fans. They out there showboating. They acting an ass, man. They acted an ass on them boys. It was nothing they can do. And it showed the experience, the level of expertise, from the props to the angles, the rhyme schemes, the flow patterns. It was just too much. It was too much. John had a moment in the third where he was flaming these niggas, and then DNA went. I said, damn, this is over, man. And I'm looking at the faces of Kales, everybody from the DMV standing behind these boys. I'm just like, yeah, it's over. They look sad. Everybody looks sad. But Saflare and them go, they didn't lay down. They finished out their show or their performance, but it just wasn't it. This was a body bag. They put these boys body bag and a body bag. If anybody was doubting the PG Killers, you had it all the way wrong. It was ugly. It was definitely ugly. But salute to these boys, man. They still got time to grow. Them stages is different. The pressure is different. Everything about this stage, when the Gnomes, the Summer Madnesses, like these stages are different and the pressure is different. Like all eyes be on these events. And if you don't show and rock out, the fans gonna let you know. They got booed. I forgot to even mention that. These boys got booed, man. They said in line the crowd booed them. They chanting 3-0 at one point. Like this was ugly. It was ugly. Salute the DNA, salute the John the Don. This wasn't good. And Saflare Soul and them boys, they are a good duo, but compared to what John and them did in there, it was light years and beyond, night and day. I'm telling you right now. Salute to Saflare Soul, salute to Footz. Keep growing within this shit. John, the Don, DNA, the motherfucking veterans. Prove why, they lasted this long, decade after decade. Let's keep the show going, though. Without further ado, y'all drop it down in the commentary section below how y'all felt about the battle. Let me know what it do. It's the one and only Fanatic. I'm out of here, man.